That's enough. That's enough beating around my bush. Let's get it started up in this biatch. Biatch. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to hell. You guys like my new Madonna shirt? It's pretty cool, huh? I like the big ass M in her long white Christian throat. Ready for my seed, I tell you what. Can't go 10 seconds without saying something fucked. Yeah. Another Friday night. God damn it. I took a nap like a 2.5 hour nap like 45 minutes ago. And God, it's hard to wake up. When you nap that long, it's pretty much at that point your body thinks that like you're going to bed for the rest of the night. And so when you don't and you like wake up and you're like, yeah, just kidding, no, we're not going to bed, that was actually just a little like teaser for like, you know, the sleep that we'll be having later on. Your body's like really pissed off and it's like, what the fuck, man? I thought we were going to bed. It's like, no, I still need you to do stuff. And yeah, my brain's like, fuck you. I ain't doing shit. So actually, I'm going to take a shot. Because I need something to wake me up when it's all over. When I'm wiser and I'm older. That song sucked so hard. That Avicii song, Wake Me Up. God, that song sucked hard. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Oh yeah, you like my new little intro song there? That's yet another one of my little fucking demo bits that I've just had kicking around for probably 10 years that I just never turned into anything. Yeah, I got a lot of cool shit that's just like sitting in a folder on my computer. But yeah. I'm talking about the Hulkster in the chat. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't really have an opinion on the guy. There's a lot of people on my Facebook who are doing the cool guy thing where you like shit on someone who like just died, you know? In a way, it's like you're trying to be different, you know? Because like most people are like, oh, you know, that sucks, rest in peace or whatever. And then you had the people who were like, fuck that guy, I'm glad he's dead. Rot and piss. And I'm just like, whoa. It's like, I don't know if I'd go that fucking far. Jesus Christ. Like, you know, he was a whole person. He wasn't just like a few comments that he made, you know, here and there that were fucked up or... I don't know. I'm sure there was more to the guy besides just, you know, being a racist. You know, I'm sure there was more to him than just that. So I don't know. I didn't really jump on that whole like fuck this guy bandwagon like some people did. I didn't know him, obviously. So I don't know. He might have been a big piece of shit behind the scenes for all I don't fucking know. I don't know the guy. I just know, you know, movie clips. We all say the N-word sometimes, not just Hulk. If you grew up in America and you were white and you were hanging out with your white friends in your parents' living room during a summer vacation of some sort, someone said the N-word. That's all I'm saying. One of your white friends said it. You might have said it. Did that mean you had hatred in your heart towards black people? No, it didn't. You were just trying to be edgy, and people said that that's a naughty word that you're not supposed to say. So kids being kids, wanting to be, you know, test the boundaries of what they can get away with, would absolutely say that shit, call each other that, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Granted, Terry Bollea, I hate his last name. I hate his real first and last name. I wish he should just legally change it to Hulk Hogan, like legally, because Terry bulimia. Sorry if that triggered an eating disorder thing going on there by me just saying that, but that's what his last name sounds like. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It was pretty sudden, man. I don't know. I figured he'd be one of the ones that would live, you know, later on into the years. I thought Ric Flair had died like twice by now. I thought Ric Flair, because I just had no way to gauge wrestlers' ages when I was like younger. So to me, Ric Flair looked like he was an old man when he was fighting with WCW. I couldn't believe that Ric Flair was like still wrestling when I was into my 20s and shit. He was still, I mean, I know that when you take a bump in, wrestling entertainment, it's not the same as like getting a fucking kick to the face in UFC where it's like 100% real. But still, I mean, I don't know, bro. It shit's still gotta like hurt on some level. I mean, I heard like just bouncing against the ropes on like in an actual wrestling ring. I heard just bouncing against the ropes like hurts if you're like brand new to it. Like you have to like get all these very specific like calluses on your body to just be, you know, like falling, being like slammed down on like the wrestling ring, like yeah, there's some shock absorption, but it's not like you're landing in a pool full of pillows, you know, like that shit still like adds a concussive blow to your bones. Flair had a match like a year or two ago, I think. LOL. Oh my god. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and Ric Flair like is like, I don't know. He's kind of like my role model in regards to like just being able to drink as much as he does, and for as long as he has, and still have a functioning like liver. Like he's kind of my hero of livers, Ric Flair, because I watched that ESPN with 30 for 30 on Ric Flair, and that was a crazy that is a crazy motherfucker. And he had a son that was a wrestler, and his son ended up, I think, committing suicide or something. I don't know if I just doomed my stream by saying those words or phrases or whatever. And he's got some hottie daughter, Stephanie, I think is her name. She's like wrestling for one of the organizations. So wild and crazy stuff, man. As long as Mick Foley's still alive, then I'm happy. But now a new question hits me, because me and one of my Discord / patrons, Rhea, has been helping me do some research for what was going to be my next video, which was going to be about Pat the NES Punk and his horrific Twitch streams, because they're really bad. And I have all these timestamps and shit, and I was gonna like talk about Pat's Twitch streams that he keeps trying to get people to watch every week, and how bad they are, and yada yada yada. But now I'm like, well, should I fucking do an album review on Hulk Hogan's rock album he did in like the late 80s or whatever? I don't know. I kind of feel like I should probably just keep doing the Pat thing and not do not try to capitalize on the, and not for moral reasons. I don't give a fuck about that, but like I just don't know if I care enough about Hulk Hogan. Oh, love the impressions video, Josh. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm assuming it's Stanley. But yeah, I have a Patreon account. What he's referring to is special content that you can only be found on Jesus Christ with this cough. It can only be found on patreon.com/ I'll just put the link in the chat here. I think it's Dancing with Ghosts, but there's a bunch of original content on there, mama, little pretty mama. Like I just uploaded a video today of like a lot of my vocal impressions that I can do, because I do a lot of them. Dude, I've been up since like 7 a.m. Even though I just took like a 2-hour nap. I'm like still waking the fuck up. You'll have to excuse me. But yeah, I do like personalized videos on there, but those spots have all been taken up at this point, because Daddy could only do so many personalized videos per month. So there's only 4 slots, and they're going to be $50 a pop, because that's about what it's worth. It's probably worth more, but that's the amount that I feel good about doing a personalized video. It used to be 20, which was way too low. Stupid low. So I had to raise my rates on that. But for $5 a month, you can watch. I've banked about, at least 20. Well, maybe not 20. Maybe like 15 exclusive Patreon videos at this point. And I'd say like a good 2/3 of them are album reviews that people have wanted me to check out. But the other 1/3 of them are all kinds of miscellaneous crap, like my vocal impressions. I did a review on Doug Walker's review of The Room. Other stuff in there that I can't recall off the top of my head, but yeah, I put the link in the chat. At least go check it out, see if there's anything in there that interests you. There's a $3 tier where you can join the Patreon-only Discord, and you get a sticker. So you might as well do the $5 one because it's just $2 extra, and you get to see all these exclusive videos that I feel are worth it. I'm drunk in some of them, but I got the teleprompter, so I'm still on track, baby. Just slurring a little bit. Not racial slurs or homophobic slurs, just normal bad English slurs, because my language is broken down at that point. My limbic system is dysfunctional and all of that, which I'm hoping my limbic system will become a little bit dysfunctional tonight, because I didn't drink last night, so I'm ready to have a good time tonight. So yeah. Did your Brian Wilson video do well? If yes, do Hogan. If not, do Pat. No, my Brian Wilson video bombed like a lead fucking balloon. That's actually a decent point, because Brian Wilson died earlier this year. I actually really liked the Beach Boys, though, so I was going into that with like an actual fuck to give. I wouldn't even be going into the Hogan thing with a fuck to give, because even as a wrestler, Hogan was never... He never even came close to my top favorite wrestlers from WCW or WWF. I call it WWF because I'm old school, motherfucker. Thank you. I like this Madonna shirt. I just like this album cover, man. It's like fucking classic. And I don't even think this is anywhere near her best album, True Blue. There's some good songs on there, but no, she has better records out there, probably. I'd have to look at it. Well, I still do want to do a Madonnica. I do want to do a Madonna tier list ranking. I've been wanting to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to probably make that a Patreon exclusive video, because the tier lists don't do so well on my... They did at one point, like when I had the heavy hitters of groups that I really liked, like Pink Floyd, Genesis, Rush, REM, like those were all Red Hot Chili. Those were all a lot of fun because like I already knew every single album, so it was easy. But I don't know. I think Rammstein might have been one of the last ones I did, and that one did not do well. Granted, Rammstein aren't as big in the U.S., but they're still pretty fucking big in the U.S. Might have done like a Limp Bizkit one after Rammstein, and that one didn't do well. Yeah, I'll probably just stick with the Pat thing because I'm kind of excited to do that. Dude, you guys, yeah, Madonnica, you like that? You guys, fucking Pat the NES Punk, his fucking live streams are so fucking boring. Like, he barely talks to the chat at all. He literally will just download these chunks of old commercials off of YouTube, and he just like watches them. And like every now and then he'll like make the most pedestrian comment about whatever the commercial is that he's watching, but like it is like the most low effort, like boring. I couldn't, because like I get insecure sometimes doing my live streams because I'm like, man, I feel like I'm not entertaining enough. I feel like I'm hacky, you know. And then I watch Pat's streams and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like fucking amazing compared to this guy. Like, and he makes you. So I figured it out. We talk on here a lot about like how does Pat make his money to live in San Francisco, because it's goddamn not from YouTube. I've already figured that out. There's no way he makes enough ad revenue from YouTube. I highly doubt. I mean, the cost of manufacturing and shipping his books alone must be astronomically high, and I think he's charging like $60 a head for the book. I don't think the profit margins can be that good unless he orders like 10,000 books per batch, because you know the more you buy in bulk, the cheaper the individual cost becomes. But like, I don't know, I don't see Pat like having that much inventory on him at any given point, because like, are there that many people who are buying his books? I'd be curious to know. But I think I finally figured it out the other day, because if you're subscribed to Pat's Twitch, he's got 16,500 approximately followers on his twitch.tv for his Wednesday night live streams. I went to watch his live streams on Twitch TV. It's $5.99 just to watch his shit, to be subscribed to his Twitch channel and watch his content. He's got 16.5K subscribers on there. Now, if you do have Amazon Prime, because I think Amazon bought Twitch. If you do have Amazon Prime, you can get a free subscription to, like, I think one channel per Amazon Prime subscription. So like, I used my, because I don't give a fuck about Twitch, so I was like, sure, I'll use mine to subscribe to old Pat so I can harvest his content for my video. But yeah, so like 16.5K subs on there. I mean, even if you were to cut that in half and say, oh, a lot of those people are from Amazon, so it's free. So like, let's just do a little bit of Josh math here instead of Pat math. I mean, that still leaves you with 8,250 subs who are paying, say, $6. Let's just round it up. That's still about 50K per year that you're making just off of paid subscriptions from Twitch. And that's me cutting it in half. That's like assuming half the people on there get a free subscription through Amazon Prime, which it's probably less than that. It's probably like maybe a third of that. So he's probably pulling in like 75K a year just from his fucking Twitch, his low to zero effort Twitch stream. So that then it starts to make a little bit more sense. Like, okay, so if you figure in the Twitch income, if you figure in the NES books and the CU podcast and the Patreon and the blah, 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 it's like, okay, if you pull all of that together, maybe he's making like 150 to 200K a year, which still seems like not quite enough money to live in San Diego, but I don't know. Pretty sure he's got like a gay sugar daddy or something going on there. I don't know. Do I have a cold? No, my allergies were running amok before I got on here, and people just don't believe me when I say that I have a light sensitivity. And there's these two fucking light boxes right outside of the frame here that you can't see. And yeah, like the world just wants me to be a cokehead, and it's funny because I'm not, and I've never tried it even, and I'm not gonna make a I just like the smell of it joke, because I was about to. I have people commenting on my videos being like, yeah, bro, classic cokehead, man. His nose is so red. Bro, I used to do coke, and my nose looked just like that. Yeah, every Monday night, the dive bar that I host karaoke at is literally a coke haven. You can do coke unperturbed by the police or anybody, and you're fine. I mean, I will go into the men's bathroom, and the coke will just be out. They'll be doing it. They'll be rubbing their nose, blowing their nose. They'll be offering me that shit, and I'm just trying to fucking drain my bladder so I can get back to my horrific job as a karaoke DJ. And none of them have red noses, actually. They're doing this with, like, some toilet paper a lot. Some of them have little cocaine boogers hanging out of their nose, which is fucking disgusting and makes me want to gag. But none of them have red noses, actually. You get a red nose from rubbing your nose, and then the blood flows to that area because it's thinner skin than everything else, because it's hollow inside. and it turns red. If you do blow, your nose actually doesn't turn red, you fucking fucktard. I'm not even like, I don't know, it doesn't really upset me as much as it may seem like it is, but it's like, that's just funny to say that like I'd fucking do coke. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like more on the overweight side for a coke head, right? Because like I feel like it kind of saps your appetite and all that good stuff. So I don't know. No, I mean, and I'm pretty low energy for a coke head as well. I feel like it'd be way more like talkative and spazzy, which I will get the more I drink. Don't you worry. That's a whole nother horse of a different color. Boy, have I yapped a lot. Pat passes by a playground and sees them. It's like, slobbery face. The fuck. Josh equals Twitch. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to rebuild my whole fan base. Why would I want to do something like that? I'm starting from nothing, and then all of a sudden I've got to make 20,000 subscribers. That sounds crazy to me. I don't know. I don't get why I would do that. It's like, why wouldn't I just stream on here? You know what I mean? And the paywall is stupid. I hate paywalls, except for Patreon. Like that, I understand. But like, I don't know, paywalls for like a lot of things I think are fucking lame. 16K followers, not paid subs. No, to watch his content. I don't know why I'm trying to do a Christopher Walken right now. No, you have to pay to watch his shit. I mean, I guess you could subscribe to him and not pay and not watch his stuff, but what's the point of subscribing to him at that point? John Belushi was fat for a cokehead. Chris Farley too. Good point. I still could be a cokehead. If anything, that's a drinker's nose. No, I don't have the gin blossoms yet. I just got to scream it from the mountaintops. Light sensitivity. Here, you motherfuckers. Let me show you. Let me show you these fucking lights that I'm dealing with. There's this big beast right here that shines in my face the entire time that I'm recording, okay? And then over here, we have this big beast. Now, you can't really appreciate the brightness of these little fuckers unless I turn them off, and I would be nothing but a silhouette, and all you would see is the faint blue lights behind me, and it'd be complete darkness. So, yeah, they're pretty fucking bright. You kind of have to be this equally and well lit, and to not look like you have like an overhead house lamp or house light over your head. You have to have some pretty powerful coming in here. And this is a shitty webcam camera too, so if you don't have like the brightest of bright lights, it's gonna look grainy and shitty or whatever. Fuck. Dual stream? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I shot coke in my penile with Joshy. I mean, yeah, it's cool that you and some guy named Josh that isn't me did that. You know, tell me how you liked it. Show us your whispering eye. Oh my goodness. Gay band. Yeah, no, I don't have a light on the ceiling because it's kind of something an insane person does, right? All right. Well, anybody who's watching the VOD, whenever you're watching this, I made your life a lot more annoying because you're going to have to fast forward through a lot of this shit. I did a lot of yapping tonight before I actually got to the fucking thing that y'all voted on about E3. E3! The electronic Expo. There's another E in there. The eccentric electronic expo. Erotic electronic expo. The expedited electronic expo. Whatever, Mr. Leahy. Oh, that was an impression I forgot to do. It was Randy from Trailer Park Boys. In my impressions vidya for the Patreon. Whatever, Mr. Leahy. Give me my burgers, Barb. Frig off, Julian. You just frigged it all up. So yes, we are going to be watching a selection erection.
Electronic Entertainment Expo in Los Angeles.
Hey, hold on. Electronic Entertainment Expo. There we go. The exculpatory expository evidence. Exculpatory evidentiary expo. There you go. Those are my burgers, Barb. It's from my personal collection. End of discussion. My voice is actually a little raw from doing all those fucking vocal impersonations earlier today for the Patreon. And I'll let you in on a little secret, Stanley and Rhea. I did one run through and the fucking audio recorder was not recording. So then I had to do the whole thing all over again. And when you're doing Trump and you're doing all the other shit that I did on there and your voice isn't warmed up, which mine was not, I just kind of went in there cold earlier this morning. It does definitely strains the vocal cords jumping from all those different impersonations. All right, well, this is a G4. God, do I miss G4. I loved G4. I took G4 for granted. I think we all did. If you had it in your cable package, which we did. And my dad's just like looking through all the different channels in the brochure. He's kind of like Hank Hill's like, well, apparently you have a channel that's all video games. Whatever. And I was like, what? And yeah, I fucking loved G4. It was fucking amazing. And then they had like the video on demand thing, so I could look up like specific shows and it was like basically the early days of streaming. I mean, that's exactly what it was. It was the early days of streaming. We're talking back in like 2000 and fucking 2004, 2005, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was it Comcast or... And you could hit the menu and do video on demand, and then it took you to that separate page, and you had all the, channel names, and you just scroll down to G4, and then they had the various, programs. Like G4 Icons was my favorite show on that network, but then you also had like X-Play, which I didn't really so much care about. You had the one with Tommy Tallarico and the other guy, Judgment Day. I liked Judgment Day a lot. That's back when I still had a favorable opinion about Tommy Tallywackerico over there. Tommy Tallywacker. Todd let the pierogies burn in the kitchen because he was playing with his Tommy Tallywacker Miko there. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, yeah, that was another one. I guess I could have done a Midwestern accent. Sorry, Stanley. I've already deprived you of one of my accents that I could do. Sorry about that. Oh, we got our first Grift Bucks of the night. Fucking finally, someone like gets the idea of what I'm aiming at here. AJR, $5. Just went back and looked through your last 5 lives. And I said, rip Ozzy before he was dead, so I'm convinced I caused it. Rest in peace, though. I mean, dude, we all watched the fucking Osbournes back in the day. Well, I don't know if we all... I did. That dude was so fucking out of it, and he looked so fucking old back then. That was 20 years ago, and I'm like, this motherfucker gonna die any second. He's just gonna fucking keel over. He's like, oh, Sharon, where my... oh, my... just keel over and die. I thought, I thought we'd see that, you know, live on MTV, but it didn't happen. So, you know, who was to know? I mean, I'm sure his family knew that he had probably some like what did he die of exactly? Like, what was the cause of death there? I mean, the dude, God, that guy's fucking organs must have been like mashed potatoes. Like, all the fucking drugs that motherfucker did. Like, what the hell? Yeah, it's a miracle he lived as long as he did. Josh Toten, good call. I agree. That's what I'm talking about. Like, advanced ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, really? I thought when you died of ALS, like, your body just kind of like locks up slowly but surely. Like, ALS is one of like the most brutal things to die from, I think. Like, a lot of people who get diagnosed with ALS will actually like kill themselves before they succumb to the actual disease. Because to my knowledge, like, all your muscles just slowly start like not communicating with your brain. The electronic signals don't fire off correctly to your muscles, so therefore you slowly start losing functions, and eventually you lose all functions until you're like what they call locked in, where like all you can do is blink. For some reason those muscles still work, your ability to blink, which for me would be, anyway, I won't get into that, but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, maybe you can die from it earlier than that. I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, well, anyway. Okay, anyway. This sounds like fantasy mumbo jumbo. I just watched Red Letter Media's Mr. Plinkett review of like all the Star Wars, almost all the Star Wars prequels today. I had that kind of time because I woke up really early today, and they explained the origins of the term mumbo jumbo, and apparently it's racist. I don't know. So this is the 1999 coverage of E3 from G4. Let's check it out.
Biggest titles in PC and console gaming, as well as the creative talents behind them. The new Star Wars Episode 1 title.
Wow, is that loud enough? I think it's gonna have to get louder than that, I would think.
Diablo 2, Quake 3, and Donkey Kong 64.
Hey, another $2 made JR. He's got a little crown there. It says #1. Good for him. Josh, pull a shoe nice and chug a drink. My sweet boy. Well, I just opened up a Mick Ultra. Not chugging that shit. It's cold and the bubbles tickle my tummy. And this is a Red Bull that's like halfway full. See, I'm an optimist. I said it's half full. Yeah, and it's going to take a lot more than $2 for me to chug something. I will take a swig, though. Let me know if this volume works for you guys.
All here.
I'm going to say this is too quiet.
As well as next generation console systems, the Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and Nintendo's new Dolphin system. Plus, we have a few
Nintendo's new Dolphin system? Why, what could they be talking about?
surprises. So stick around. It's game time.
Pretty cool Metallica ripoff riff there. Another $2 there from HR. $20 and you chug now, fucker. Well, see, the thing is, you typed $20, but you didn't actually send $20. So, yeah. I went to college, so I know the difference between those two things. Now, had I not gone to college, you might have pulled a fast one on me just then. But from where I'm standing, that's only $4.
Here we are. The excitement is everywhere. We're on the floor of the Electronic Entertainment Expo in Los Angeles, California, with a special edition of GameSpot TV.
Yeah, this is E3. This is the one time a year event.
I want to get one of those boxy things around my microphone that like all official people have. It just, you automatically look like way fancier when you have the little gay box around your microphone. Definitely need to get one of those. Not for this mic, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just get one of those box things for when I sing live with my band. It'll just have it'll be in the mic stand. It'll have the little box around it. And then after I get done, I can just start interviewing people. So how did you think the show went tonight? Did you think we did good? How did we do?
Where all the major players in the industry get together, show off their wares, see what the other guy has.
What the fuck, If We Shadows? You did send me... If We Shadows sent me significant monies. As he does. Fine then. Fine. God, that carbonation literally feels like acid. Woo! All right. If this was in a fucking draft glass, it'd be way easier. But coming out of this tiny little hole, it's hard to drink a lot of fluid coming out of a tiny little hole, if you know what I mean. Do you guys know what I mean when I say that? Ow! Ow! The carbonation. A $2 username. This is like that fucking episode of Black Mirror where you have to like hurt yourself and people send you money. That's like from the new season is actually pretty fucking good so far. Which is good because the last season sucked asshole. I'm about to fucking shake this shit to eliminate some of this carbonation. That's the worst part, honestly. And I hate chugging cold shit. If this was a lukewarm beer, that'd be one thing. Which, who the fuck likes drinking lukewarm beer? Almost done. Not with the stream. The stream's just begun. I'm nowhere near finished on that, but I'm almost done with this beer that I was paid to chug. Oh, it hurts. The carbonation and the cold temperatures. Not a good combo for chugging. Ice cream headache going on right now. You people love this. This is what I do instead of having a third karaoke gig every week. I do this. Mild humiliation as I dance for you. Miscellaneous fuckers. I'd do it all day rather than another karaoke gig, though. Should I have some like coconut cream pies sitting here to the side, off frame for me? Should I have like an electronic hand that's controlled by donos that smacks me in the face with a pie whenever you pay a certain amount? I might as well just belittle myself to that level at this point? $10. Use this for Advil. Well, thank you. That will be for tomorrow when the hangover inevitably kicks in. $10 Canadian. That's like I could buy 5 things at a dollar store here for that amount. Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know what the translation is yet. I'm literally puking lukewarm beer at the moment while you're typing. Holy shit, bro. That's some like that's pretty hardcore. You like Gallagher? Do you have like a plastic sheeting over your keyboard and you're typing as you're throwing up on it? It's like the splash zone type shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am gay. Yay. Listen to me. You already got me. Do the Joshy stomp. You know, if I didn't know some of you fuckers, I'd say this is a bunch of Cinemassacre truthers being like, let's make him dance like an asshole. But the thing is like, you know, I'm the bum fights guy. You know, if you're giving me money, I'm gonna like fight another bum. Bum, 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 bum. That, bro, there's a fucking Arabic song. When I go to this place called the Casbah, they used to play this goofy ass music. I mean, they still kind of do. It's that like, whatever. I think it sounds cool, but I can't do it. A dream of red, a dream of... Yeah, that Sting song, Desert Rose. No, they don't. I wish they'd play that song. It's a great song, but they got this Arabic song by some artist, and he's like, you know, singing in Arabic, but the chorus is literally bum 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 bum. And me and my friend Trey, we were able to figure out who the artist was. And we looked up the lyrics in Arabic or whatever and like the translate them to English. And literally he's like, I went to the nightclub last night. I had a little bit too much to drink. I went home. I hit my head and I was like, bum, 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 bum. So that's not even like an Arabic word. He's just making a sound with his mouth in the song. Like, he's like, he hit his head and he's like, bum, 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 bum. It's like this. Like, how the fuck are you guys so angry over there when you write such silly ass shit, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like, clearly, you guys aren't that pissed off if you're writing lyrics like that. And yes, I just conflated all of the Middle East to the ones that are at war right now and the terrorists. Because don't all Americans do that? Am I right? They have Arabs in Florida. Are you fucking kidding me? We have every kind of annoying foreigner in Florida. Wait, I'm sorry. Did I just say that out loud? We do, though. We don't have the cool Arabs in Florida. We have the, I don't know. I don't fuck it, whatever. There's some cool Arabs in Florida. I've been friends with some. Well, acquaintances. I've never been to their house. My friend Mohammed practiced Ramadan back when I worked at Great Raps in the Orange Park Mall. And he'd have to go home at a certain time because, like, he couldn't be out after sunset or some shit. And my boss was Indian, who was also of the Muslim faith. And my boss was like, no, I understand. No, he has to go. He has to go. He cannot be here. He's part of Ramadan. Josh, you must stay. You must stay. Because if you don't, I'm going to be like bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I'm feeling silly because I just had to chug a goddamn Mick Ultra, and I didn't want to do that. And everyone knows how much alcohol is in Mick Ultras. Black Bell Gamer, $2. Rip Malcolm, Hulk Hogan, and Ozzy. Drink to that. Sure, man. You don't got to give me a reason to drink. Yeah, if anyone wants to find the bomb, 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 bomb song, you should give it a fucking listen. Are we gonna make it through this shit? Doesn't matter. I don't fucking know.
And schmooze.
Oh, shitty fucking late 90s, early 2000s techno. Select your character. Like, I swear to God, every video game, every commercial, every bumper, if it was video game related, late 90s, early 2000s, it's like they all had that same like fucking Prodigy, Chemical Brothers, Crystal Method sounding like late 90s techno shit going on. I guess that was the sound of the future. Oh yeah. R.I.P. Chuck Mangione. Dun, 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 da, 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 ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, Dude, that song slap. Feels So Good by Chuck Mangione. Bump that shit when you go through the ghetto. They'll appreciate it. Oh, look, there's Laura Croft. Cosplay.
Established by the Interactive Digital Software
Look at all those fucking CRTVs. Jesus Christ.
Association, E3 has become one of the most anticipated events on the game industry's calendar for the past 5 years.
E3 is the mecca of interactive entertainment. It's the
E3 is the mecca of entertainment. Well, it certainly was 25 years ago, I guess.
trade show that once a year people from all over the world involved in the interactive entertainment, computer game, video game industry converge to see what's new, what's next.
Wow, what a shot.
At this year's show, IDSA tallied over 2,000 PC and console titles, ranging from id Software's explosive Quake 3 Arena to Hasbro's family titles. Over 400 companies attended, and each one was eager to show off their latest creations.
We're launching today Planet of the Apes, which is the first time anybody's heard about this, and the reaction's been spectacular.
Spread throughout 5 huge floors, 2 levels, and a dozen or so meeting rooms, trying to cover all the games and events was no easy feat. There's a reason why this is a 3-day event.
E3 is heaven on earth for gamers, but unfortunately it's a trade show, so if you're under 18, sorry. Get away from me, you filthy.
Is that Bob Odenkirk?
But it's no ordinary trade show. E3 is known for its extravagant exhibits. Fox Interactive went all out to promote their new Planet of the Apes PC title.
Chasing humans, I think, has always been my most favorite. Yes, I like to run them down in the cornfields. Yes.
Promoting their console title, WCW Mayhem, EA Sports hired WCW wrestlers Diamond Dallas Page and Sting
Hell yeah. Diamond Dallas Page and Sting? Fucking A.
to do the talking for them. Eyes and ears were glued to the ring in the packed Electronic Arts booth. Several companies hired celebrities and professional athletes to sign autographs and promote their titles.
God, this is back when, people gave us, all right, I will say, if this is 99, this is before the internet had any kind of influence on any fucking thing, so if you wanted a taste of electronic pop culture, then you had to go to these kind of things firsthand. There was no Nintendo Direct, because these companies, these were expensive things to put on. These were incredibly expensive to put on. And then I think once Nintendo, I think they were like one of the first maybe to do it. I feel like they were the first maybe to do it. I don't know. They realized that nobody gives a shit about this anymore because it's like 2019 and this shit's irrelevant as fuck now. Why don't we start doing a thing called a Nintendo Direct? Because nobody goes out to these things anymore. It's only the old farty video game YouTubers like Metal Jesus and Pat the NES Punk that still give a fuck about game conventions. Just kidding. I know this isn't a game convention. This is like a trade show. It's a little different. People totally still give a fuck about gaming conventions. Hell, if there was one in Jacksonville, I'd fucking go, but I'm not flying somewhere. Because as everyone in the chat who knows anything about me knows that I'm a bitch when it comes to flying and terrified of it. Don't want to do it. Gonna avoid it. I'll take a train. I'll take a train to your convention. I'll take a horse and buggy. What other funny old methods of travel? I'll take a steam car. That's it runs off of steam to make it go. But yeah, the budgets for these things mattered at one point because, then this would make it into the gaming magazines and, there was a monoculture. That's what I'm saying here, people. There was a fucking monoculture. Do you know what monoculture means? It means that there was a everybody in the, just say, U.S. and Canada. Let's just take that here. for example. There was a monoculture, meaning that everybody in the United States and Canada, we all watched the same shit. We all paid attention to the same thing. There was really one source for everything, and everyone was on the same page about everything. Like, we were all on the same page about what games were coming out, what music was out. You watched TRL to figure out what the new music was, or, you know, maybe MTV2 or whatever. The internet just wasn't there to, like, just totally smash everything into little bits where you have these small little pockets of people everywhere that make up this whole web. It was just one singular circle that we were all in at one point. I miss the monoculture. I really do. I miss the fuck out of it. Because it was just so much easier when, I don't know, it was just boiled down to a few options of, like, here are the new bands that everyone's talking about or listening to. Here are some underground bands. And there's no way you can find out about anything else unless you're really, like, hardcore and you're trading, you're in some message board talking about some really underground band. But, like, back in the day, it was just like, here are the things. Here are the things to choose from. Choose a couple of these things that you like. It was like, okay, I can wrap my head around that. Now it's like, there's a billion everything everywhere to appeal to anything and everything that you might ever want. So you tell me your exact specific thing that you like, and you're gonna have to actually find it, because there's no centralized thing that provides you any kind of information on this shit. You just kind of have to do all the work yourself and find the thing, and I can't stand that now. I hate it. And subsequently, because of that, there is no budget for things like this, because it would be fucking restarted to do a show like this now, because there's no point. There's literally no point. You're just going to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on these displays and these, you know, visuals that, like, at the end of the day don't fucking matter, because everyone's just going to, like, look it up online, or you could just, you know, you could do it, like, way cheaper if you did, like, a Nintendo Direct rather than having a whole, like, display set up, yada, yada, yada. So, anyway, I'm reminiscing right now, guys. I'm reminiscing. Get the band back together. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, anyway. The viewers are a little light tonight. I don't know if they just really didn't dig this topic, but that's what motherfuckers voted on. Got 54 people in the chat right now. Little light for Josh on a Friday night. Okay, I see how it is.
Of course, I played Tomb Raider, and like every other
Okay, now we got David Bowie commenting on. Okay, all right, sure, why not?
Blooded male, I was in love with Lara.
But the biggest buzz came from the Nintendo booth, where they were showing the N64 Episode 1 Racer from LucasArts. Nintendo did not hold back any punches and got the best spokesperson they could get.
Well, it is definitely an honor to be with Mr. Jedi himself, Jake Lloyd, who plays Anakin Skywalker.
Wow. He was, like, fresh off of playing Anakin, apparently. That kid led a fucked up life after this movie.
In the Episode 1 movie. How are you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. So what do you make of this entire event?
Pretty darn cool.
Now, in the movie, you ride the racer, and in the game, you're riding the racer as well. How would you compare the two experiences?
Well, in the film, my pod racer didn't move that much.
Well, it's a film, dipshit, so, and back then, for the prequels, literally everything was blue screened like a motherfucker, so, yeah, what a dumb question, Adam Sessler, you dildo. And the game was all right. I remember playing the game. I think me and my cousin rented it back in the Disney, back before alcohol was the only way I could have fun. But then once I discovered alcohol, I looked back at all the other times when I was younger before I discovered alcohol, And I asked myself, I was like, well, was I really actually having that much fun back then? I don't think I was. I think it was all right. It certainly didn't suck to wake up not hungover every day. But I don't know if I was sipping from the juice of life as I started to feel like I was when I started imbibing heavy amounts of alcohol. I don't know. I'm old school. Call me a man with burnt out dopamine receptors, I suppose, but once I discovered alcohol, it was like a match made in heaven. I'll drink to that. Cheers. You fucking ingrates, all of you. Don't worry, Uncle Josh is a little drunk. No, I'm not even drunk. I'm just fucking around.
On the set, so I like this one a little bit better.
Hey, Adam, got any more questions?
E3 is also a place where you can meet some wonderful friends. If you're not doing anything after the show, how about you give me a buzz?
But underneath the glitz and thundering music, companies at this year's E3 show were sensitive to the criticism spawned by the shooting at the Colorado high school. Lowenstein believes the industry knows how to handle...
God, is there ever a fucking year in this country that I can pick where there's not some fucking tragedy that happened? Oh yeah, Columbine was 1999, wasn't it? 2001, 9/11. 2000, Y2K virus. And I'm sure you can find something in every year after that.
its problems.
As an industry, we've made a commitment to see if there are things that we can do to restrain some of the more egregious advertising that promotes violence, and I think that's where our responsibility lies.
And E3 is not complete without the big three. Sony, Nintendo, and Sega were looking ahead towards year...
Sony, Nintendo, and Sega was still considered the big three. Holy shit. Yeah, I guess this was before Microsoft threw their fucking hat in the ring, right? And Sega bent over and took it in the brown eye and kind of became Microsoft's bitch there for a little bit.
2000. It seems that the console war is going to be hotter than ever. Each company will have new games, new technologies, and new machines. Sega's launching the first strike this September and feels confident it will dominate.
We made a lot of promises last year. We said last year we would have the retail support, the third-party support, and that we would bring forward our marketing programs and campaigns. And we...
Oh, this is the guy who fucked up the Dreamcast launch. Forget his name. Dildo Simpson or something like that.
delivered that, so I believe we've delivered our mission.
Hundreds of games and new products being introduced, E3 usually provides a glimpse to
Bernie
the future
Stoller.
of electronic
Yeah, that's
entertainment.
right.
And if this year's show
it was on the tip of my cock, but I couldn't quite think about it.
is an indication, we're all along for an exciting, wild ride.
I definitely think I probably would agree that the big buzz of the show is coming from the console side with the next generation console systems. You have the US release of the Dreamcast, you have the PlayStation 2, and the recently announced codename Dolphin from Nintendo.
And we'll have more on that later. In the meantime, if you want more E3 news, go to GameSpot's website at e3news.com.
Doesn't Sony already have the PS2 out at this point? Because they had like a whole they had like a 1 or 2 year advantage over the GameCube and Xbox. So I want to say the PS2 came out in like 99, right? And it totally obliterated the Dreamcast hopes and dreams because it was like head and shoulders above what the Dreamcast could do, and it could play DVDs. Like, yeah, Sony just came in and took a big fat money shot cum load onto Sega's dreams and desires. But I mean, Sega still bungled the fucking launch of the Dreamcast anyway. The 9/9/99 released September 9th, 99. And then I feel like it was like a year or two later. You know, I'm going to the mall with my dad, and they're selling Dreamcast games at cutthroat prices because they're just trying to like liquidate their inventory at that point. Because they're like, all right, full surrender, we lose. If I had had my tits about me I had no fucking income, though. I had whatever income I had was from my parents. It's not like I could have scooped up a cartload of Dreamcast games for cheap. But I don't know. It was just that was just recent at that time. So you're like, well, this, this. Surely in 20 years from now, people won't be clamoring for these same fucking games and are willing to pay 10 times the amount they're selling them for now.
Coming up on GameSpot TV's E3 special, we find the hottest PC titles on the show floor, including Battlezone 2, Quake 3, and of course, Vampire the Masquerade Redemption.
TV here at E3 in Los Angeles. Now, Lauren, I was noticing there's a lot of PC games here that were here last year, like Black and White, but it seems the hot title is Diablo 2.
Yes, this is the year of the sequel.
Fucking generic ass early 2000s techno music. Ubiquitous as fuck, bro.
Diablo 2 is a role-playing game.
Deus Ex is a first-person perspective, real-time 3D role-playing game.
The Sims is basically a real-time strategy game that occurs in the home.
That sounds like high-pitched Eric from the Howard Stern show. Holy shit. I feel like the Xbox was like the spiritual successor to the Dreamcast. There was some silly shit going on a few years ago talking about, the Dreamcast 2's coming out, and people were freaking out, and it's like, the Dreamcast 2 is not going to bring your childhood memories back. It's just going to be like a piece of plastic with like hardware inside of it, like any other video game console. I feel like in the early days, Xbox was really the spiritual successor to Dreamcast because of all the Sega titles that were on that console, none of which I really cared for.
Vampire the Masquerade is a 3D third-person RPG.
Right, Ashran's Call is a massive multiplayer online RPG.
Team Fortress 2 is a social multiplayer action game.
The coming years look to be quite interesting for PC gamers. From the hollowed halls of Ultima to the belligerent battalions of Battlezone 2 and onto the depths of Diablo 2 at this year's E3, it seems that sequelitis is alive and well and will be coming to a computer screen near you.
I think the way that I account for the number of sequels at this year's E3 is that someone's accounting for them. It's an accounting maneuver.
I think there are always going to be lots of sequels, and that way we're kind of mimicking Hollywood a little bit. One of the games we've seen at Computer Gamer World that's really struck us is Oni. It's by Bungie Software, and it's a third-person perspective title, which means you're viewing the action from over the primary character's shoulder.
Yes, please do explain to us what third person means, because surely there's not been a third person. Well, maybe there wasn't at that point. I don't know. Maybe it was still worth explaining what the fuck third person meant at that point.
And you're fighting against up to 4 or 5 other people at a time. It's like a multiplayer Quake, but Tomb Raider perspective.
Vampire from Activision, has caught a lot of people by surprise. Looks really beautiful, has a very gothic sort of feel.
This looks so beautiful, bro. Looks so beautiful. Funny thing though is like, I can still play those games, and if it's a solid game, solid gameplay, I don't give a fuck if the graphics are polygonal and lacking texture and whatever. If the controls are solid and it's a fun game, god damn it, I can still play it to this day. I'm going through the Mega Man X series currently because I was playing some newfangled Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and that is just so boring. Yeah, it looks beautiful visually, but like it's just not like the gameplay for me just really isn't there. I think they're relying on Star Wars nerds to buy these games, and just give me another Rogue Squadron, man. Give me another fucking I don't know, like I haven't really enjoyed a lot of the 3D action adventure Star Wars games, to be honest.
Another interesting game is the Star Trek Armada game, which is the first real-time strategy game set in the Star Trek universe. And even though to some degree it's a very formulaic you know, RTS game. It has enough kind of cool innovations and the great Star Trek license, you know, to make it kind of stand out in my mind.
LucasArts.
Oh no. Oh no. The movie was bad enough. Now I gotta play a polygonal shit mess of Episode 1 Star Wars. I gotta see Jar Jar in a even shittier rendered form. This is a nightmare. This is a disaster.
They're Star Wars games, and they both have splendid graphics.
Gamers can look forward to the changing PC environment with some long-awaited new titles that are sure to have them running to the store for computer upgrades.
And 3D graphics is just here with us to stay. It's never
I like how the frame rate on this video is like 8 frames per second. It's pretty awesome.
going away, right? So you're in these 3D worlds, but ultimately
Wait a second. Was that an editing choice to like render it that choppy? Because like now it looks fine. But just a second ago, it was like, It's weird. My brother loves the Mega Man X games. He replays them every year. I've seen the whole game series from him playing them like 12 times. Yeah, that's me. I pretty much replay them every year. They just never... I don't know. I don't know what it is about Mega Man in general. That's just... It just tickles my brain in the right way. Like Mega Man, the original, Mega Man X. We're not going to include X7 and X8, first of all. Those games can go to hell and die. And Capcom makes some very strange decisions sometimes. And I know they're never going to revive Mega Man X, unfortunately. But if they could just do one more 16-bit Mega Man X game, and I know they did a demake of X8, and I need to download that, but it's nice when it's officially from Capcom, but they don't make nearly enough money off that franchise.
of our controls that we have, our existing controls, keyboard, mice, and even joysticks to a large degree, were never really intended to deal with a 3D world, right? So what you really are dealing with is you need new different ways to approach how you manipulate this character you have in this 3D world, and ways to make movement easier and more intuitive.
With all this flash, what's happening to content and gameplay?
Since the level of graphical quality in games is universally high right now, the game manufacturers are having to really up their game content.
I think in the RPG world, people won't tolerate a game that's...
The funny thing is now that game could run on a cell phone. that could run on, like, you know, an iPhone now easily, probably without any difficulty.
all flash and no content. So I think when you see all these great RPGs coming out, they're really more content driven than a lot of the trends that have come by in the past. So the RPG trend is also a content trend, which is great.
And what can PC gamers expect from developers in the coming years?
Online gaming is back.
I think the biggest trend we're seeing right now is one that started a couple of years ago, but is really picking up steam, which is the online multiplayer gaming.
Well, I think the number one trend.
No, online multiplayer gaming. That's not going to go anywhere. That's a lead balloon right there. Don't invest any resources into that. That's not going to become a thing at all.
That I've seen at this year's E3 in PC gaming is just really the emergence of online only games. You just didn't have this variety in terms of genres and also this quality in terms of graphics and sort of sophistication in online-only games prior to this year's E3. So I think that it really is a hallmark of what's to come.
So it looks like PC gaming is heading steadfast into multiplayer and online gaming.
Now, we're going to have more about multiplayer gaming later on in the show. Now, if you want to send us any comments or questions, drop us an email or a Vmail at GameSpotTV@ZDTV.com.
And if you don't have a netcam, that's okay. Join us in our chat next Tuesday. We'll be giving one away.
Coming up on GameSpot TV's E3 special, we have Star Wars Episode 1 Racer in our E3 intro pick. And we look to the future of PC gaming as we explore the state of online and multiplayer titles.
God, I'm becoming more of a nerd while I watch this because my dandruff is back with a vengeance. You can't see it now, but good God, it's all over my fucking shorts. It's all over my Madonna shirt. My dandruff is on a Madonna shirt. When does that ever happen? Jesus Christ, Head and Shoulders, you can't come here quick enough.
Welcome back to GameSpot TV at E3 in Los Angeles. You know, I gotta say, it's quite remarkable having 1,900 games to choose from, but definitely the one that stood out for me was Soul Calibur for the...
And you know what? You know what the crazy thing is? Metal Jesus owns all 1,900 of those games. Especially if they're big box PC games. Do you think Metal Jesus prefers big box PC dildos as well? And butt plugs? I think he totally gets down with it, dude. Yeah, we're gonna check out some sex toys. That's probably the channel he doesn't want you to know about that he totally has. We're going to this adult toy store in Portland, Oregon, and we definitely want to check out some rock and roll dildo butt plugs. Combination of the two. And I've been rectum stretching for a good 10 years now. Big fan of it. My wife, she's the one who's the inserter. I'm the insertee. And yeah, it goes right up there. It's in the shape of the Sierra games because it like curves up at the top and it's a weird fucked up box shape and it just gets shoved right up my Metal Jesus ass. Love it. It's the only way I can come. That's the naughty channel he doesn't want you to find out about, bro. I'm telling you, it's got to exist. It's got to. Radical Reggie, there's a reason why they fist bump whenever they do their game pickups, because I think Radical Reggie's getting a little radical with that fist. But it's after hours on the other channel, if you know what I mean. What a horrible thing to say about poor Metal Jason Jesus. Well, it's not like he's ever going to watch this channel, so might as well just talk out my ass, because that's what I do.
Dreamcast.
That's a pretty good pick, Adam, and I have to say I'm in the same boat. But I would pick Donkey Kong 64 or a really close second with Ape Escape for the PlayStation. But far and away, the most hype landed on LucasArts with the Star Wars Episode 1 games. So naturally, we picked a Star Wars Episode 1 game as our E3 intro of the week.
And a big turnout here from all corners of the Outer Rim territories. I see the contestants are making their way out onto the starting grid.
There he is, the reigning champion of the Volta Classic and the crowd.
I mean, I get how the pod racing segment, I mean, for all we fucking know, this was written by George Lucas to become a LucasArts computer game at the very least, and then it made its way into N64. And, you know, much like the Ewoks and Return of the Jedi, like, I'm sure this whole ass pod racing bullshit was written into the movie as a way to sell merchandise somehow. You could sell the vehicles. You could make games out of it. I mean, he already had LucasArts as far as like the computer games, a video game division. George Lucas was not a stupid businessman. So I'm sure that the marketing went into the whole reason the pod racing segment even made it into episode 1. With that being said, why would you want to remind people that this portion existed in episode 1? I mean, it was so fucking unnecessary and stupid. But it wasn't the worst game in the world, I guess. I played it on N64.
Favorite, Sebulba.
Sebulba.
The power couplings are being activated. Our glorious host, Jabba the Hutt, has moved into the arena. Wow, look at that. It's the galaxy-famous Gazgano.
It looks like the young human boy, Anakin Skywalker.
I hope he has better luck this time.
Wow, was that supposed to be Jabba the Hutt? He looked like shit.
And they're off.
Pizza!
wonder if the kid actor, forget his name, Danny Lloyd or whatever, I don't know. I wonder if he got any kickbacks for using his likeness in these games, or if he just got one like big check and it's like, okay, that's it. You've released all your rights to your likeness and all that, so we can just, use you in perpetuity without giving you any kind of royalties or anything.
Star Wars Episode 1 game at this week's E3. It's Obi-Wan, and if you want to find out more about it, go to GameSpot.com.
Now, everything at E3 doesn't actually happen on the convention floor. For example, there was a group of renegade gamers that decided to set up shop across the street.
As usual, the gathering of developers, also known as God, don't want to toe the line. First, they challenged the industry by giving more royalties to their software developers, and now they're making noise in their makeshift trailer park across the street from E3.
We're having a blast. The whole deal is not taking ourselves too seriously.
And I think it's more honest.
Do you think all these nerds also have dandruff in their pubic hair? Like when they're getting blowjobs from the hot cosplay girls who are trying to suck their way to success? Do you think their nerd pubes are getting dandruff on the chicks as they're blowing their short cocks? I know that's disgusting, but I'm just numb enough to where I can say things like that and not be hit with a wave of cringe. But you, chat, you're on your own with that one, buddy. Large crumbs. Oh my. Yeah. I've never heard of pubic dandruff, but I'm sure it is a thing. I'll actually have it in my beard a little bit. So, and I mean, beard hair, I hate to break it to you, these are pubic. This is pubic hair for your face. Have you ever seen a long beard? It's literally the same. It's the same fucking dynamite stem pubes. The thickness of the hair is the same as your crotchal if you let that shit grow out. You know, apparently, class, there's like certain receptors in certain parts of your hair follicles and certain parts of your body, like your crotch, your legs, your arms. It tells the hair to grow a certain length and then it stops. That's why there aren't people with like large comb overs of hair wrapped, because if someone could, they would grow their goddamn arm hair out to where it's like 12 feet long, and it's just fucking freaks out there that would do that. But your body, certain parts of your hair, certain parts of your body, there's like these cells or these, I don't know the science behind it, but it says that the hair can only grow this long and that stops. And it's like, no more grow. You're done. But that rule does not apply to the beard, hair on your head. And I think that's about it. But yeah, that was an interesting thing that I learned, because I thought about that. I was like, oh, why doesn't the leg hair just continue to keep growing? But no, it gets to a certain length and then it stops growing. So that's something that you now know.
Like, we don't have to put on a big show. Our big show is our technology.
Of course, the live music, scantily clad females, and beer didn't hurt.
It's a casual party. It's people who really are into the games as opposed to being in there selling themselves and selling their wares.
It's a place to get out after being overloaded with all this sensory overload.
All that matters are the games and the guys that make the games.
So what did God have to show for itself?
Nocturne is a horror game, first and foremost. We concentrate a lot on action and adventure, but horror is the main key.
The video game that we're making is Heavy Metal Fact 2.
Hey, let's not just do a game that is based on a movie. Let's take it further. Let's take it one step beyond. So the video game is actually the sequel to the movie.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We grew up, we didn't kill people, we just sat in our bedrooms and drew pictures, and so that's where we're heading, back to soft porn, just like the Heavy Metal magazine.
We want to be kicked out and asked not to come back.
I don't need to keep seeing Kid Rock's restarted Uncharted brother or whatever word rhymes with those two things I just said that I can't recall what the word is.
Now, don't be fooled. A lot of the games from Gathering developers were to be found here on the floor of E3.
And that is true. And you know that God is developing for the Dreamcast now with Max Payne coming out. But all of the new next-gen console systems are adding in that online component.
Now, of course, online gaming is really the strong suit of the PC, and a lot of the games here are either exclusively online or have a very large multiplayer component. And this might beg the question, are we looking at a permanent shift in the industry?
Online and multiplayer gaming is here to stay and has made its presence known
No, it's
at
not.
this year's E3.
Online gaming is not here to stay. It was a trend. It will be gone. It will be gone soon.
This year's crop of titles are sure to change the way we look at online gaming. There are really three types of online games. There's the meta game like Cave Dog's Boneyards.
In the case of our Total Annihilation Galactic War.
Cave Dog's Boneyards? Oh my god. That sounds fucking elaborate.
We have a map of planets, and you and I would be battling for a planet. If I beat you and I win...
Ew! Why did they do that edit? Why did they zoom into his fat, cleanly shaven mouth? Fucking pervs.
That planet, or several other players, and I get up against another group of players, and we win, so we take over that planet. But there's 75 planets in this map, and so we've got to go from planet to planet. Pretty soon, if we take over the whole map, then we win.
Bro, I feel like watching this is making my dandruff worse, quite frankly. Like, I honestly feel like my dandruff was manageable before I started watching this, and now I'm, like, snowing from my face and ears, and anything that skin flakes can come from is happening now just from watching this. Like, holy fuck, what is it about watching nerd shit that makes my skin dry out? Is that just how nerdy it is? That like, is that why like chicks typically avoid most chicks? Because being in the realm of video games just dries their pussy out so bad that they know that if they're around them, they're gonna be that SpongeBob, that fish lady's mother who was just like a head and a spinal cord in the wheelchair. If you know what I'm talking about, like that's what the women will eventually become if they hang around gamer guys too long. I already feel it happening to me right now.
There's online
and I like
roleplay,
video games.
Like the persistent world of the upcoming Asheron's Call.
Well, persistent world means that the world is there even when you're not. So just like when you go to bed, the real world keeps on going. Asheron's Call is the same way. It's a huge community. People are online literally 24 hours a day.
And then there are games that players can just jump right into, like Quake 3 or the upcoming Team Fortress 2. But really, what is the appeal of multiplayer and online play?
It's not about running around and killing a lot of people. It's about getting out there and having a lot of fun with your friends.
You have a whole different level of strategy and a whole different level of sort of, I don't know, glory. When you come to the aid of your team, when you come to the aid of your dying compatriot right when he's about to go down and you rescue him. I mean, that's something that you can't get in a single-player game and you can't get in an anonymous game where you're just basically everyone's an enemy.
Clearly, players want more from online and multiplayer gaming. But are companies going to give it to them? What is the future of online and multiplayer gaming?
It's really not games, it's online communities that we want to build.
I think persistence in characters is really important. Figuring out how to scale to larger and larger worlds is really important. It'd be really interesting with a huge number of servers around the internet to figure out how to have an economy that exists.
I don't know. I'm not trying to make fun of like anybody right now, bro, but like I just want these interviewers to follow up every question with, "Are you married or do you have a girlfriend, sir?" I don't know why. I just think it would be funny. "Are you married or do you have a girlfriend, sir?" Like after they ask like the gaming question. I just think that would have been funny. I just think that would have been a funny thing to ask. I don't know.
Between the various servers. Those are some of the longer-term research areas that Valve and some of the other action gaming companies are looking at.
Are you married or do you have a girlfriend, sir?
I
do not. Why would you ask me that? I redact myself from this interview.
Multiplayer gaming is definitely moving towards more cooperative and customizable play. And more than ever, game companies are making it easier for everyone to get online. Coming up on GameSpot TV's E3 special, we jump into the fray of console wars between Sega, Sony, and Nintendo. We look at the games, the machines, and the...
Sega lost. Sega lost. Sorry to spoil it for anyone who just got out of a time capsule from 1999.
Future of the next generation console systems.
Welcome back to GameSpot TV here at E3 in Los Angeles. Now, Lauren, you've been covering the show for VideoGames.com. What's up with the consoles?
There is so much competition here between the console systems. You've got Nintendo with their announcement, PlayStation 2, of course, coming out, but the first one out of the gate is...
Deacon Palmer, that's an interesting comment. My girlfriend says she's into nerds, but let me talk about this stuff for 10 seconds. She checks the fuck out. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I feel like that's most girls. I don't know what that is, and I know they're not all like that. Those people, I mean the havers of the vaginas, trying to get at them. Or if you're a trans woman, them's with the cocks. I don't fucking know. It's a crazy world nowadays. 2025, baby. Yeah, they certainly do dry the fuck up when you start talking about this shit. For the most part. Some probably don't, but all I'm saying is those booth babes give no fucks about the games. They want to accessorize and dress up and cosplay, as most women do. That I think that might be an outdated statement in 2025, but back then I think that was certainly the case.
going to be the Dreamcast. E3 is more than a showcase for Sega, Sony, and Nintendo. For the industry giants, E3 is a multi-billion-dollar battleground. Laid out side by side, the three biggest exhibits tried to outdo each other with displays, giveaways, and of course, games.
You already used that Tarzan panning from the right to the left B-roll, bitch. Get more creative with your editing.
We're gonna kick ass this year.
Sega of America's president, Bernie Stolar, backed his claim by having more than 40 Dreamcast titles in Sega's booth, ranging from House of the Dead 2 to Rally 2. Of course, not all are planned to be released in the U.S.
Bro, those like fucking on-rail shooters are such a product of like the fucking 90s and like 2000s. I fucking hate those games. I never liked them. It was just something that I was told that I was supposed to like. And I'd play it, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not feeding all my quarters into this fucking game." Like, I don't know, no hate if you do like that kind of shit, but that like House of the Dead and all that kind of crap, those on-rail shooter games, shit sucked.
Dreamcast this year will deliver what we believe is not the next generation system, but a new way of playing, a new way of gaming.
Ah, yeah, because he knew he couldn't compete with PS2 if that was out. He's like, not the next generation, because we can't compete with that, but a new way. Now, we've seen from example by Nintendo that you totally can be like, yeah, this shit cannot compete with the next generation, but it's a new way of playing. But with Nintendo, it absolutely was a new way of playing. Gimmicks out the ass. And Dreamcast, I mean, what was their gimmick? The VMUs that went into the controllers, where like the 3 games that supported that shit, you could download a little mini game onto your fucking save card. I mean, who the fuck really cared about that? Which was crazy because those VMUs had a D-pad and like an A. You could essentially play like any NES game on a VMU. Well, not really, because it had some like horribly archaic LED display that was only good for like raising your Tamagotchi on.
We're including a 56K modem in this system, which will evolve into a community of gaming.
Perhaps its own battle cry, Sony plays Jammer Lammy loud and proud.
Jammer Lammy! Jammer Lammy! Sorry, I hate that name and I wanted to say it out loud.
Towards Sega's booth.
We believe that there's still a lot of life in the current PlayStation for years to come as well. But there are advancements in technology that we want to take advantage of every so often.
That advanced technology took shape in the form of the PlayStation 2, Sony's 128-bit game system due for launch in March 2000.
Oh, March 2000 launch, yeah. Yeah, the PS2 is going to equalize the going to be the atomic bomb that shuts all these companies down for at least a year. Yeah, that was crazy, man. They got their shit out way hella early. Probably was already out in Japan at this time. I don't fucking know. Everything's out in Japan earlier.
Visitors had a chance to play a mock-up version of Gran Turismo. But between the three, the hype award has to go to the Nintendo booth. Besides the usual gaming stations and the massive Episode 1 games section, Nintendo also announced their plans for the next Nintendo game system. Oh no! Nintendo, Sega, and Sony agree that games, not hardware, will dictate the winner of the console race. Nintendo also plans to stop the competition with
Fucking hated Donkey Kong 64. That was one of the first games I remember that you had to buy the expansion, that stupid expansion cartridge mini thing that you stuck in the top of it. Donkey Kong 64 would only run if you had that, and I think the game came with that expansion if I'm not mistaken. Did it really add anything to it? I don't think so, but it's weird that they like released the N64 back in like what, 96 with that expansion slot, because I guess they knew that they were gonna try to expand much like you would with like a actual PC. You could take one card out, put a better one in. I guess they knew that was coming down the pike because they saw kind of like, I guess, what PlayStation was doing with like PlayStation looking more and more like an actual computer than the cartridge-based N64 did. But I don't know. I looking back, I would take the PS1 over N64 any day of the fucking week.
Donkey Kong 64, the platform game with roots in the 16-bit era. Donkey Kong 64 will include all 5 original characters, huge levels, and graphic elements that, according to Nintendo, will further push the N64 processor's capabilities. The PlayStation did a little stomping of its own. Electronic Arts previewed WCW Mayhem the only way they knew how. Wrestlers
Saddam Hussein tried to make a supercomputer out of PS2's true story. I thought that was Bin Laden and the Taliban that tried to do that. That they were acquiring a bunch of PS2s so they could make some kind of a fucking, I don't know what, some kind of a swarm system. What do you call it? A raid system out of a bunch of PS2s. No, I've heard that story, and I believe that was a true story. I've heard of that, what you're saying.
Dallas Page and Sting gave it the usual endorsement. Milking the cash cow, Sony introduced Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation. The game allows players to race as various Crash characters in 4-player races, typical kart style. And Squaresoft did not disappoint the waiting crowd with the preview of the US Final Fantasy VIII for the PlayStation. As ported from the Japanese game, Squaresoft displayed the new environments, elements, and the seamless movie transitions found in Final Fantasy VIII.
We've always felt from day one, even with the current PlayStation, that software is king. Everything is about software. Technology is important, but it's only a means to deliver the compelling entertainment that you see in software.
Yes, that is correct. Software is king. Hardware is cool, but is a means to deliver the fucking compelling games, and God, have they gotten away from that, I feel like.
Software.
E3 this year, I believe, has been Sega's best show ever.
God of fuck on deck with the edgy comments tonight. Good lord.
Sega's lineup revealed enough to make skeptics double take. The Dreamcast titles, NFL 2000 and NBA 2000, gave gamers a preview of the dramatic transformation that video games are about to undergo. And Shenmue, the role-playing game for the Dreamcast, was finally shown at E3. According to Sega, Shenmue's depth, animation, and graphics of—
Uh-oh, we're talking about Shenmue. Where's Dreamcast guy at? Is he gonna materialize in the chat and be like, I actually got I got a code for the newest Shenmue because I know so many developers and I follow so many people on Twitter who also follow me, and they've given me so many codes so I can pre-review Shenmue 4 and keep gooning.
Sophistication could give Final Fantasy developers a run for their money. E3 observers think Shenmue could be a must-have title for the Dreamcast. But Nintendo pulled a fast one on Sega and Sony. In a press conference, the company announced its plans for the next-generation Nintendo system, codenamed Dolphin. It's due at the end of the year 2000.
We're going to use DVD instead of the ROM cartridges, which brought applause to everybody that heard the news.
Bruh. You know that dude's last name was I mean, I know he was like Howard Lincoln was the, you know, the guy. He was Nintendo's American guy. But you know, on them business calls or the meetings, the Japanese had a difficult time pronouncing his last name. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know they had a bitch of a time pronouncing his last name. Howard Rinkin, okay? That's what they said. They said Howard Rinkin. I said it, okay? That's what they fucking they have a hard time with L's in their language because I don't think they have an L sound, or so I've heard. Son of a bitch. Why can't his name end with a consonant? Because you know, most Japanese names end with a Miyamoto, Keiji Inafune. Whatever the fuck.
Thanks to that announcement, new titles and new technologies at this year's show, gamers can look forward to another great year of video gaming. Next year's E3 should not be missed.
Nintendo's new system in development, codenamed Dolphin, should be available about the end of the year 2000. And of course, like all of the console systems, the next-gen console systems, they have a really strong online strategy plan. So it'll be interesting to see if they do actually show at next year's E3.
But if they do, we'll be sure to bring it to you. But that's it for this year's E3, and that's it for this episode of GameSpot TV.
So until next week,
bye.
All right, well, let's dip our dick into this talking about the E3. Let's dip our dick in this next thing. You know what? You know what it is? It's Nintendo's 2006 E3 press conference. But before we get to that, I got to take a piss. And I'm going to pee right next to my toilet, not in the toilet. Because that's what I do. Crazy taxi. Hi guys, welcome to my channel and through the power of the internet. We are here live watching this next, I just sound like a fucking 19 or 18 fucking 20s California gold prospector just then. Like, hey, there's gold in them there hills. I was trying to sound like Boogie, but sounded more like a fucking prospector. Hey, quit your double talk there. There's gold in them there hills. What's up, guys? Boogie298 here, and through the power of the internet, we're gonna watch some more E3 2006. And I have dandruff so bad right now from watching all this nerd shit. Anyway, no, it was a poor Boogie impression, actually. But thank you for your small graces. So I'm guessing this is like, this is either Nintendo gassing up the new Wii console or a Nine Inch Nails concert. I don't know which one it is yet. Shigeru Miyamoto-san. Yes, because we would all like to have that feature in our living room to be a maestro of Nintendo music. Selling me so far on it. Jammerlammy, Jammerlammy, Jammerlammy. It is off time because the Wii sucked. I hated the Wii, actually. Most people know this about me. You've watched my channel. But if you're new here, I fucking hated the Wii. I avoided that whole generation. I did. I only played, well, I have it right by me. I only played StarCraft on the PC at this time, you see. I didn't fuck with consoles because Nintendo abandoned my ass. So, yeah, I skipped out on the entire Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, that whole ass period. I did not fuck with console games. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty high on the cringe-o-meter. I'm gonna grab my breathalyzer to see if another shot is able to be taken right now, because I would like to do that.
You came to LA this week to peak.
Go, it's Reggie Fils-Aimé. Feels so gay. I really don't like how their new CEO or whatever his name's fucking Doug Bowser. Like, they shouldn't have hired him based on that. That was so fucking cheesy. Like, oh, I'm only 0.06? Hell yeah, I can take another shot. Who wants to join me in hell?
Into the future. But if all you want is next generation, you're in the wrong place.
Ah, yeah, see, that was Bernie Stoller's pitch, but all he had was shitty Sega Dreamcast. I mean, it wasn't shitty, but I mean, compared to the competition, it was quite shitty. When the PS2 came out, that was like the Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit to the Sega Dreamcast's White Snake, who was still trying to wear the glam rock makeup of the 1980s, and then Nirvana came out with their Smells Like Teen Spirit, and they just made all the other companies look silly, because it's like, oh yeah, that's a lot better than anything we got going on. But no, Feels Amaze about to deliver the goods with his nuts.
Because what you'll see from Nintendo is not just next. Instead, it's what's absolutely new. What we're unveiling is the next leap in gaming, to a place where playing is no longer just about looks. It's about the feel, where it's no longer confined to just a few. It's about everyone.
I think this guy was the CEO of Godfather's Pizza before he took over Nintendo. Is that right? Or am I thinking about that black dude who ran for president? Yeah, it was a black dude who ran for president. He was a Republican. God, I need to get my various non-white ethnicities straightened out in my mind and stop conflating them all to like one mono ethnicity that's not white. Who the fuck am I thinking about? Oh, who's that black guy? Herman Cain. Herman Cain. Thank you. Chat always has it's the hive mind. You always have the answers. Yeah, Herman. I might have voted for her. If Herman Cain ran now, I would take him over Trump any day of the fucking week. Not trying to get political. I feel like Herman Cain's probably not alive anymore.
And most of all, the next leap is not about what you see, because what you see is not always what you get. The next leap is about playing, because playing is believing.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of David Miscavige, the head of Scientology, chairman of the board, COB, sorry. There's a certain presenter voice, and David Miscavige has it in spades. I'd love to show you guys David Miscavige, how similar it is to this kind of shit. It's quite entertaining to me. I may do it right quick, just because, fuck it, why not? David Miscavige kind of talks like this. He's like, Scientology has expanded. I don't know. You just kind of have to hear how he talks. Of course, he doesn't have a short thing I can just bring up quickly. I don't know. It's just funny how this motherfucker talks. I'm getting so off track right now, I'm aware. Fuck it, I'll just show you. It's not the same as him doing his big grand presentation, but you can kind of get like a vibe for how this guy has that presenter voice. And they just, I guess that's just like 101 if you're gonna like convert anyone to whatever you're selling, whether it's a religion or whether it's a piece of plastic. You kind of have to go in with this kind of presentation voice. What we're trying to do is going to knock down the barriers. It's going to captivate you in ways you would have never thought possible. Don't believe me? Just stick around. You won't believe what you're about to see. Like you know that presentation voice. Like you take your deliberate pauses, and you have that kind of cultivated way that you talk, where you're trying to speak very fluently with good diction, to where the most amount of people will understand you. You pause, of course, to bring people into what you're saying, to where they care more about what you're talking about. This is Public Speaking 101. Don't believe me? Just watch what happens next. No, I love that. I don't know. It's just entertaining to me for some reason. I mean, as I was talking about...
You've probably heard of Scientology.
Impersonations that I did. I like watching the mannerisms of people and studying these things. They're fascinating to me. So I guess this is them launching Scientology TV, which I haven't had the honor of watching yet because, God, am I obsessed with this cult. But, yeah, this is the head of Scientology, Mr. David Miscavige, doing his little selling you on Scientology TV or whatever the fuck he's doing.
You've probably heard of Scientology.
Why is it a religion? What's it clear? What's it mean?
Well, whatever you have heard, if you haven't heard it from us, I can assure you, we are not what you expect.
By the way, their leader David Miscavige, he's like 4'11". He's like bordering on midget height.
So take a look, and then decide for yourself.
I feel like they went in and like digitally enhanced his because he's got like blue eyes, but I feel like they digitally enhanced them to make them look more blue than what they normally naturally are.
So take a look, and then decide for yourself.
Dude, I can't bring it up right now because I don't feel asked enough to like bring it up, but like you really should watch one of David Miscavige's when he's on he's on the stump and he's like giving his whole spiel to his when he's doing one of his Scientology speeches. He's got the whole public presentation voice and all of the charismatic shit that people do. He's got it down. Don't believe me? Well, just wait till what you're about to whatever. Yeah. I'd like to form a cult someday, you know? I think I'd be like a good like leader that would eventually kill himself because like shit got out of hand. Like I'd start something and then like people would be like way into it and then like, I got the whole like bullshit way of like, being a fake mother. I can be like fake and culty like a leader. And then like I think I could convert people to like whatever it is that I'm trying to sell. And I think I have the public speaking thing a little bit too. But I also have like the evil side of me that's like I would push it too far in one direction and then it would get too out of hand and then I would like ultimately like kill myself. Like I always feel like I'd be like a good villain in a movie. Like I never saw myself as like a good guy. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, the alcohol hasn't even kicked in yet. I'm just talking soberly right now. Soberly. Don't look it up. Just trust me. It's a word. Gagzuki, $2. He's giving me some weird line of code that is that has hypnotized me, and I'm a sissy now. He sent me some sissy hypnotizing code, and now I am a sissy, and I crave cock. You could clip that. You could actually clip that. Add that to the Downfall DWG whenever one of you fuckers make that video. All of you fuckers who shit on me in the Cinemassacre Truth, but you actually like what I do, clip that, put that there. Fine. I don't care. God, listen to that fucking feedback going on the whole time. thank you, God of Fuck. At least I have one person that will follow me till the end. I have one general next to me that will be hung as a co-conspirator. I need more co-conspirators after I ultimately kill myself. Because it's gone too far and I see that there's no way out. I take the coward's way out. The co-conspirators who live, I need some people around me that will get hung for being associated with me. Now in Discord, I do have some co-conspirators that would be hung, that would die along as a result of being associated with me, but I need more. And they need to be more dedicated. Reported for self-harm. Nice. Thank you, Henry Rice, for that. Thank you for your bits. I know they don't... you know I'll fund the thing if we shadows Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, my God. That's funny. That is too funny. Yeah, thanks for sending me your bits, your tits, and your shits. I'm just going to start using Twitch terminology on YouTube. Give me more bits, more biddies. Give me the biddies and show me some titty. No, just don't show me the titties. I don't want to see a lot of middle-aged man boobs. I'm just kidding. I do want to see all the middle-aged man boobs. Good Lord. All right. Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah, me starting a cult. Who wants to join? Whoa, I can already hear that is out of sync. Off to a bad start so far. Oh my God, I hear it in the background faintly. I know it's only 2006, but I can still hear the... When will they ditch this sound? I think that's how techno died and became rebranded as EDM, because techno became associated with that lame that fucking just generic gay techno shit. And I mean gay as in happy. This is such a Fruit Loop ass bullshit fucking way to make me not want to buy this console so far. Oh, Aaron's still awake and alive. Thank God for that. $20 adding to the grift. Thank you, Aaron. You the best. I'll suck your breast. Yeah, because we all want to like direct a pre-recorded orchestra and slow it down and speed it. I mean, Jesus, this is like fucking, like if you have like a record player and you put your finger on the record and it kind of slows it down, or like you change it to the 45 speed and it speeds it up, and it's like poor people. It's poor people entertainment. It's entertainment that is free that poor people find interesting. In the 70s, not even like nowadays. Like in the 70s, if you're poor, your record is playing and you put your finger on it a little bit and it kind of slows down because your finger's on it and you're like, we're poor. This is all we have to do for entertainment. Like that's what they're selling in 2006 right now. But I don't know what like actual gamer would see this and be like, oh yeah, dude, gotta get me one of these. This was such a casual family thing. I mean, that's why it sold 1 billion units. So what the fuck do I know about anything? Do I want to do karaoke for the fucking rest of my life, or do I want to create some bullshit, cringy, family-friendly thing that I can retire and go to my island in the next 5 years? I'll choose option B, please. So the question now becomes, how can I grift my audience and sell them on some bullshit? Maybe I'll write a book about a bunch of video games. Maybe I will, I don't know. how have the other YouTubers grifted in the past? Donate to a phony multiple sclerosis foundation? No, that's too evil. I haven't reached my evil arc yet. I've not reached peak Gerard completionist with that. Tallarico, I feel like he was way too ambitious, but he did actually want to release a game console. I don't think he was just trying to. I don't think the whole thing was a grift with Tommy Tallarico. I think he did genuinely want to release a new console, but I think he realized he was in over his head way before he admitted. Well, he never admitted anything. He just backed away and now doesn't speak on it. But like, I think by the time he was doing those interviews with any YouTuber who had like 80 subscribers or higher, I think even then he knew he was cooked. He was cooked. To quote Gen Z, he was totally cooked. He was crashing out, bro. I don't know. I gotta think of my own unique. Aside from just asking for money on here, I need a larger grift to achieve my goals of financial freedom. All right, this is one of the only games for the Wii that I did want to play. I mean, aside from Metroid Prime 3, which I totally skipped because they forced you to use the fucking motion controls, which I didn't want to fucking do. I heard Mario Galaxy. Yeah, Galaxy. I heard those are really good games. And it's a Mario franchise, so I know Nintendo R&D 1 are not skimping on this shit. I'm sure it was a fine game. I'm sure they utilized the motion controls in the best way possible to annoy people the least. And I'd say those would be the only games I would want to play. Though I don't really hear about this in the conversation like I do like Mario 64 or even like Mario Odyssey on the Switch. Like, it seemed like Sunshine and Galaxy... I mean, nobody likes Sunshine, right? Sunshine was an ass game. Odyssey does have like a cult following, but like, I feel like the Wii is kind of a cult system. Unless you're Gen Z, maybe, and that's your kind of like your childhood system. It was not my childhood system. The Super Nintendo was my childhood. NES, SNES was my childhood systems. Bitch! Look at me marking my territory. I'm pissing all over your face right now. If my winker was long enough, I would pee right in my webcam on the little Gen Z gays that are in the chat right now. Piss, delish. Piss, delish. Crab cakes and piss, delish. That's what I'd be doing right now. But yeah, I don't. That's fine if the Wii is your childhood console. Great for you. Good for you. Yes, Bel Quito Fuerte. Played a lot of my GameCube games on my Wii since it runs better, but the Virtual Console was great. Wii Shop is vibes. Wasn't the Wii like a workaround if you did not have the component cable for the GameCube? Like, didn't it run in like a high def version? Because I know it could, version 1 of the Wii could play GameCube games. And they had the whole slot where you could plug in GameCube controls, which I thought that was really pretty like fucking cool. Didn't they have a component ability on there where you could kind of like skirt around having to buy that stupidly expensive component cable for, which now they have the, I mean, they've had it for years now, the HDMI adapter for the OG GameCubes, which I did a whole video on years ago. So the component cable is kind of a non-starter at this point, unless you're just one of those fucking collectors where you're like, it's all gotta be OEM, bro. It's all gotta be OEM or fuck it. Like, if you're an OEM collector, I think you're a little restarted in the head, to be honest, because, you know, man, if they come up with a solution that's just as equivalent to the OEM original equipment from the manufacturer, just go with that, you know? Like, save yourself a couple $100 for the same exact result, you know? Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I skipped that whole ass game because I refused to. You have to hold your hands up like this the whole time, okay? Because, like, the sensor was here, where your eyeballs are. I'm pointing right in your... My dick finger is pointing right in your eyeball right now, right here. Sensor was here. I'm holding the controls here. And I have to keep my hands up the whole time and point and shit. Fuck that. I don't want to do that the whole game. I want a controller in my crotchal area. Right down here. The whole time. I don't want to be doing this bullshit. I want it down here. And I just want to do slight motions with my fingers. I don't want to be doing fucking this fucking bullshit. So I don't know if Metroid Prime 3 was a good game or not. And I guess I'll never know. Wouldn't at that point, wouldn't you just play table tennis, pong, whatever you want to call it? Like, wouldn't you just play the actual game at that? I get the bowling thing, because, like, you know, you gotta go to a whole ass, I mean, I guess same with the, I guess if you don't have, like, a ping pong table. I don't know, man. Wii Sports is all gimmicks. This whole console was just a big-ass gimmick, dude. That's all. It was... It was like 2 GameCubes duct taped together with a motion controller. At this point, this feels like some kind of like Tim and Eric sketch at this, like right now. It's like some weird public access weird editing thing. Who does that though? I mean, I know they're trying to make it all like, you know, you can get all, actually my bass player gets dressed up when he plays video games, so I really shouldn't say shit. I was like, who gets all dressed up just to play a video game? But my bass player he puts on his tactical gear when he plays, I don't know what kind of first or third person shooter he plays online with his friends, but he does get dressed up in the gear. I'm not casting shade on him. If that's what he wants to do, that's cool. I find it weird, but it's not for me, as the kids say. Why do I want to like physically? I don't know, man. I don't want to like do that. Wouldn't I just like do that for real if I want to really get that into it? You know, it's like you're like how it's like Guitar Hero, like playing the guitar. Like you're not actually playing guitar. You're not learning guitar. It's a rhythm-based game. You're not actually learning notes. You cannot play guitar if you play drums. Yes, the drum part. If you play enough drums on Rock Band or Guitar Hero, that will translate into actually maybe being able to keep a beat on an actual drum set, because you're forming those muscles. Your brain is learning the relation between like eighth notes, quarter notes, the division of labor between arm, leg, kick drum, hi-hat, snare, all that kind of shit. So I mean that makes sense, but yeah, I didn't want to do all this stuff like, oh, I'm kind of half-assed like with swords. I don't have the weight of a sword in my hand, but I have these stupid controllers and I'm doing all these stupid motions. So like that's cool. And like no, it sucks. I don't want to do that. There's gonna be a bunch of shit talking about the Wii right now. Just advance notice, okay? So be ready for more of this. I played all those Zelda games on Wii U, and it was so much better. Wii U, I totally 100% sign up. That was such an underrated console. I made a whole video about that. I feel bad for the Wii U. Poor branding. It was 2 Wiis taped together instead of 2 GameCubes taped together. But it was a solid system. I mean, there was like very slight motion control, but like you could use a Pro controller. The gamepad was helpful, like in Wind Waker. You could just like look down at your big ass tablet, I guess, that you played on, and it had the map on the. It was like the progenitor for the Switch, honestly, in a lot of ways, but still kind of its own thing, because like you always had the gamepad, and then you had it on the TV, and if you played a game like Wind Waker, for example, I think Wind Waker on the Wii U is the best way to play that game to this day, because when you had the gamepad, you could look down on it and the map was just constantly there, and that was so fucking convenient. It was just something you would reference from time to time. It's not like you constantly were having to like look down all the time. But yeah, it looked great. It was in HD. I don't know. I feel like the Wii U was very underrated. I had a lot of fun on that system, and it's a shame that it met the same fate as the Dreamcast, essentially. Oh yeah, Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U was like that was such a fun experience. I remember playing that game on Wii U. Very good. Good stuff.
Two years ago at E3, we pulled the curtain back on Nintendo DS, and many said,
the DS stands for Dick Suck. Nintendo Dick Suck. Even though I like that portable, it still stands for a Dick Suck.
Huh?
Huh? Did he just hear me? Did Reggie Fils-Aimé just hear me?
Last year at E3, we uncaged Nintendogs. And many asked, really? Then 9 months ago at the Tokyo Game Show, we revealed how we from Nintendo will change game control forever. And a lot of people said, well, we'll see. Fair enough, because today you will see, and tomorrow you'll start to feel. Welcome to the next leap in gaming and Nintendo's 2006 media briefing, where we have answers to some questions, but deliberately not to all. Because
Bro, this guy, he's like so serious right now. Like, he literally is making it seem like, bro, if you are suicidal right now, if you buy this console, I'm sorry, this is going to change your life. No longer will you be calling suicide hotlines at 3 a.m. in the morning while you rub your dick on cold pizza or whatever you're into. Sorry, I used such a specific example just then. I'm not trying to say that I do that. However, if you buy this system, you will not kick that bucket out from under you with the noose around your neck. You will, in fact, undo that noose. You will play Nintendogs. You will not want to die. This is going to change your whole life. You will no longer be single. You will wake up, there will be nut in your pants. Because guess what? You have a Wii U and you don't need a girlfriend now. This is the answer to all your problems. Problems. I just imagine there's a delay on the mic. Yeah, I love this. I love this way of, like, he's really just selling. I bought a fucking steamer thing, a steamer vacuum Swiffer thing from an infomercial the other day because Anthony Sullivan is such a good fucking pitchman. And I woke up with a blood alcohol level that was pretty fucking high, not gonna lie. Still kind of drunk when I woke up. And so technically I think, though I slept through the night, it was still a drunk purchase. I bought the shit. It was like $200. I bought it. I was like, fuck it. I need that. I need to steam my floors instead of mopping them. I could perhaps steam the tile in my bathroom. And now I got it. Now I'm just like, I don't want this. I would rather have the $200 I spent on it. But they sold me. They sold me on it. They did a great job. And he's doing a good job right now.
Purpose this week is not to fill your left brain with information, but to jolt your right brain with inspiration. Let me start with a couple of questions for you. Do you know anyone who's never watched TV, never seen a movie, never read a book? Of course not. So let me ask you one.
Wow. Way to be Amishophobic. Think you're ignoring a very small subset in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Dutch. They don't do any of that shit. Well, they do read books. But they have corncob dolls because having faces is vanity.
More question. Do you know someone, maybe even in your own family, who's never played a video game? I bet you do.
My grandfather never laughed unless he was making fun of me.
How can this be? If we want to consider ourselves a true mass medium, if we want to grow as an industry, this has to change. And today, change begins here with a new console, just as it already has with a new handheld. To let me explain, let me begin with what I'm guessing are a few of the main questions on your mind. First, the system. Why did you make it so different? And by the way, how much will it cost and when can I get it? Oh yeah, and what's the backstory about that name? And finally, what about the games and which developers are on board with us? As many of you know, Nintendo's way is to challenge conventional thinking, not just for the sake of doing things differently, but to do things better. The graveyard of any industry is filled with the headstones of companies who decided to keep doing things the same old way, playing only on the margin, making things just a little bit better. That strategy works for a while, but ultimately it's fatal.
I just like when people try to sell me on shit. Even if I have no intention of buying it, I respect the art of the pitch. And yeah, I just like being pitched something. Even if I know in the back of my mind there's no chance in hell that I'm going to like buy into whatever, I still want to I still want to hear the sales pitch. Like, even if I'm not going to join your cult, buy your product, agree to your fucking monthly subscription of face moisturizer, I just want to hear the pitch. The pitch is the entertainment. That's the thing. And if they do it good enough, you might buy it when you thought you weren't going to, going into it. And that's what I'm here today to sell you guys on. Don't you guys love this channel, Dancing with Ghosts? Aren't I an entertaining motherfucker? Don't I make you cackle at least a few times during a 3 or 4 hour stream? Well, why don't you subscribe to my Patreon? Because there's a lot more entertainment to be had on there. Don't believe me? Well, just look for yourself. The subscription is in the chat right now. You can check it out now or later. At least bookmark it, and maybe later on, you'll find out the truth of what you're really missing in life. And maybe you'll take that noose off around your neck and use that bucket for something else, like washing your car. Anyway, I'm still working on my whole culty salesman thing right now. Just deal with me.
Over the years, our industry has come to accept progress.
Oh, gotta pause it. Grift is more important than anything else I could ever imagine. Yes, goddammit, take my money. I will take your $5 Canadian. Cerebral P. I hope that doesn't mean you have cerebral palsy. That would be sad. I'll heart react that because maybe I shouldn't have said that would be sad.
Simply by what's on the screen. I know many of you were in our audience back in 1996 when Super Mario 64 jumped to life in true 3D.
Nostalgia!
And you said,
my nostalgia
man,
goggles.
That looks great. But that leap to a revolutionary form of gaming wasn't really about the looks. Even then, it was about the feel. Moving your character and your viewpoint independently in any direction, all in real time.
That was probably like the last great Mario game, to be honest. I think we can all admit that. I think that was the last. That was the last great Mario game. Come on now. If you're a millennial, who's kidding who? That was the last great Mario game.
And the memory of that moment was also the starting point for Wii. In the same way that Super Mario 64 changed everything, we asked, how do we make games that feel entirely new all over again? This week, every one of you will feel our answer. As for date and price, we believe it's in our best interest to keep the details private for just a while longer. But for now, let me just restate that we will give you more fun for less money, and you'll be playing Wii in the fourth quarter of 2006.
I don't think the average consumer knows what fourth quarter means.
Okay, next, the name. First, we want to thank everyone who wrote good things about it the day you heard it. Both of you.
Oh, we got a joke in there. Got to add the jokes when you're doing a public presentation. It breaks the ice. Gives the audience a chance to exhale.
But seriously, the response didn't surprise us at all. At first, every distinctive name sounds strange. Did you love Lexus the first time you heard it?
Yes.
How about
I think Lexus is kind of a cool name, quite frankly. Yeah, I have no issues with that name. Lexus sounds kind of like a cool name. Got a nice consonant in there. Lexus. You know, like just like fuck or shit. Lexus. You know, yeah, I like Lexus.
IKEA. How about Google?
Oh, I did not like Google. Yeah, he's got me on that one. When I remember first hearing that term, I'm like, oh my God, I hate that. Oh my God, that name is gay. Should have invested in it a long time ago. Didn't do it. Missed opportunity.
Change is good. We from Nintendo means just what it sounds like. We. It's the sound of inclusion, the sound of every gamer you know and every new gamer who's going to join us.
All I know about we is it's the sound that Billy Corgan makes during his song 1979, where he's like, and we don't even care, just as restless as we are, and to hear the pulse in the land of 1,000 girls of Fort Summit. Anyway, I just got copyright flagged for even singing that.
It's a giant leap for gaming, for everyone around the world. It's the sound of the future.
Oh, Billy Corgan riding a roller coaster. That shit's so fucking funny. Wee! That shit's so funny.
As for the last question, what about the third parties? Well, we'll be talking about them in detail in just a few minutes and showing you much more on the show floor tomorrow. For now, let me just say that on behalf of the names you love from Nintendo and our partners, we can't wait to show you what's on the way.
Hey, one of my mods made it. Shows you how little I rely on my mods at this point. Hey, if you can make it to the party, cool. If not, whatever. Ashtray's busy boxing people and shit, so whatever. What? 1.15? That's a bullshit reading. That's inaccurate. And in fact, I'm gonna take a shot to spite that reading. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna take a piss. I'm just gonna give you a run of events right now. Oh, I kind of want to see this actually. I'm gonna leave it on pause. I want to see Metroid Prime 3, so I can scoff at it. Oh my God, that's some funky shit. Okay, good. The mod is drunk, and I'm drunk. Good. That's good. Nothing bad can happen from this configuration. Yes, the mods do equal justice when they're paying attention, or when I'm paying. I mean, honestly, you know, my channel is so small now, it doesn't really matter. I can self-modulate, but every now and then it helps to have a helping hand. I get by with the help from my friends. Chicago never gets on here anymore. I don't even know if he likes my content anymore. I don't know. He's doing his own thing. If Chicago is a mod on here, it's a fucking cold day in hell. I'm going to try to do the beat from Watcher of the Skies by Genesis to this techno song. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, it's too hard. It's too hard. It's like Watcher of the skies, watcher of all. Some old school Genesis for you there. I'm not a fucking drummer, god damn it. Genesis in the word time signature. I don't think that's in 4/4 time now that I think about it. It's probably in 5/4 time. That's why it's not lining up with this 4/4. Anyway, I don't know why I'm... You know, when you're trying to fold a Genesis, old Genesis beat into some 90s E3 presentation from 2006, that's about when you've hit rock bottom on your stream, I would say. I'm pretty confident in that assessment. Oh my god, was that whole Mario Rabbids thing, was that even going on way back then? I thought that was like a Switch thing. All right, let's watch something else, right? You know, right? Let's watch something. Yeah, let's watch something else. Kind of in the mood to watch a Genesis thing, quite frankly. I don't think it'll completely like ruin my stream if I play Watcher of the Skies. Yeah, I'm doing that. Fuck it. Watcher of the Skies live, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They reconfigured this shit. I'm totally switching gears right now. A lot of people want me to talk about Ozzy Osbourne on here. I mean, I like his music, both solo and with Sabbath, obviously, but I was never like a die-hard fan. When Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins dies, hit me up, dog, because I will be doing a whole ass thing for those dudes. Yeah, I like Black Sabbath, but I wasn't like, my god, Blurk Sherberth, in the same way that I am with fucking Genesis, man, or Peter Gabriel solo stuff, or Phil Collins solo stuff. These are the bands that I love, so, you know, I hate how I have to shrink it so much, but you need to see my face as I react, you know, because that's what sells all this, is the face. So yeah, we switched from the gaming shit now. I'm just doing this point. Aaron plays, I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I'm putting on both headphones. Let me do everything. Yeah, you know that Phil Collins guy on drums. Whatever became of him? LOL, 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 lol. Had to make that joke.
This flag and soil. Now their reign has come to end.
Dude, Peter Gabriel's fucking contour was pretty on point. Like, I've done face paint. I did the face paint thing with my band, and that looks not like it would take the quickest in the world. Like, that looks like that some time went into that.
Is life again destroyed life? Do they play elsewhere? Do they know more than their childhood games? Maybe the research can still is the end as long as
Bro, if people knew how famous Phil Collins was going to become, like, you know how much more the camera would have been trained on him the whole time, but they just, like, they cut to him like they cut to every drummer, in the sense that they cut to the drummer, like, for 2 seconds, because it's like, fuck it, it's just a drummer, who gives a fuck about him? Yeah, it's wild. Fucking wild, man.
life has worn out. Think not now, your journey begun. No mercy has the sea. Will you survive the ocean without the end? Coronation, children, what do you say? It's the body council for you and your way.
Oh yeah, some good shit. Well, now I'm feeling reminiscent of showing you one of our old shows. Maybe I'm feeling I can only be music or video game based for so long before I like get horny for music. Let's see here. What's my last? Okay. I guess March 8th. I'm not saying we're gonna watch this whole thing, but just for whatever reason, want to like smell my own farts right now. Unless you guys want me to go, I can go. I can just go. Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously it's that would not be the first Genesis song I would play you to try to win you over. But I was thinking about that rhythm, the like I think that's a really interesting rhythm. So like I want to like watch that. And now here's the portion of the stream where I proceed to sniff my own farts. I'm going to be playing my band's show. This took place in March. I don't remember what the circumstances were. Oh, back in New York City. That's a great song. Yeah, that was a great song. I don't think there's like a good live recording of it. Live is the way that you get around copyright easiest. If you play a straight up studio recording, they will get on your ass. Autistic Rhythm. I mean, if that's Autistic Rhythm, then color me impressed. This is my own band, and this is a show we did earlier this year. Oh no.
Ich weiß nicht, ob Sie sich dessen bewusst sind. Wir haben einen neuen Song. I'm blue and red, we're blue and red, we're blue and red, that's what we said.
And yes, I see the streamers or the audience. I see them leaving in numbers, vast numbers. Yes, I was anticipating that. No, I didn't. We did not get booed. I don't think we've ever gotten booed.
To see them die, the city standardized while living through a medicine. No, it got me thinking of the duality, what is pictures in my history. I was sold a lie, a child's naive, find the world safe, you can have it all. Well, to your grind the dice, took it all for granted, and I bullets in my magazine.
That's me being gay.
Fingers to the trigger, fingers to the trigger, my fingers to the trigger, my fingers to the trigger. We will be saturated, exploited, manipulated. We will be saturated. Misinformation happening, including with international organizations, propagating What's up, everybody? We are Dancing with Ghosts. We're here to be a little bit weird with each and every one of you, because we're a bit weird. This song is nothing like the last song, because that's how we do it. Who here is excited to see Vision Video? Us too. It's gonna be awesome. This is Happy Murder Electric. You guys are cool, man. This is so cool. do you guys say?
Don't make it weird. I wrote this next song about a dream I had a long time ago. But it was such a fucking vivid dream. I had no choice but to immediately start writing when I wake up. And that's not something I do, because I need that coffee. This is the white room.
To say that, shouting out the Duval County shit, so fucking cheesy. It's a very regional thing. I don't even want to explain it. It's too cringe.
I'm trying to put a stop to that, but want to make it sexy.
Distractions. one is one that we dusted up just for this. It's an oldie, but a goodie. It's really, really vibey. So if you guys are ready to vibe. It's called A Glorious Night.
So you'll see the imagery here in the back. I was a juggalo once. Whoop, whoop.
This was our first or second music video. A long time ago. But we did it ourselves, so we have to be forgiving.
So I write about a lot of different topics, but I feel like it would be kind of stupid if I didn't also write about me. So this next song is about me being a piece of shit and loving it.
You can write a lot more songs about that, honestly.
I just need one. Like we can write more, but like maybe other stuff. But this was my one. You know, you gotta, like you, me. It's fine. I'm gonna trip on these own chords.
I made this little jingle last night. I was a little intoxicated. I don't remember what it
He was.
sounds like.
I apologize for this. I don't know this man. But that's Wolfanute. Everybody say hi, Wolfanute. I drew that a long time ago.
This song's about some fuckboy scallywags. Fuckboy scallywags.
Totally drunk when I made this.
Fuckboy scallywags. Fuckboy scallywags. Fuckboy scallywags. Fuckboy scallywags. Check it, 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 check it.
just a second. For just a second, I'd like to drink some water.
Yeah, and she goes on about, oh, I wrote this song for my boyfriend, Michael, the bass player. And he's a cool guy. But I don't want to hear all that shit. Whatever. Oh, yeah. This is a me song coming up here.
Videos, you know those music videos. Those are characters.
We filmed them ourselves.
We make all of our
No
music
special
videos.
effects team, just
Can you
us.
stop talking over me, please?
No.
Our stage manager is still not great after so many years. kids in here by chance?
It's a couple.
All right, then you might fuck with this next one. You might fuck with this
It's not a cover, but it is a punk. I wrote this.
It's kind of emo.
Yeah, you know. I wrote this next song about people that sometimes have the fucking audacity!
This one's not about me, by the way.
No, it's not.
work. I've been doing this for a long
But
time.
seriously, if you guys are on Spotify, I check those numbers every day, and I would greatly appreciate any of you actually take the time to check us out. Thank you for playing with us. This is I Like You, and I Don't.
When can I see you? I can show you a really good time. When are you free again? Tell me what do you ever live?
So you can't be reasoned with. So many questions can't take your head. No, I don't want to write you back. Stop staring at me like that.
I wanna touch you. Am I making it perfectly clear? Don't you dare deny me. I just want you to leave me.
Your love, the one you build is delusional. Give me every you can to. The only version you see of me. Then you'll both realize.
Thank you for indulging me in that gaiety. That was my band. I got tired of seeing video games. That's the end of the stream. I love you guys. Thank you for all the donations. For making the grifting work. Making the dream work makes the grift work. So on and so forth, forever and ever. Thank you for all the kind words and the constructive criticisms. If you're in Jacksonville, August 1st, we're playing at Jackrabbits. We'll be in Orlando, Sanford, Gainesville, basically all up in Florida's ass. Until next time, though, until next stream, we will see you later. Subscribe to my Patreon for more content. Actually, let me throw that in one last time for the Impulse shoppers here who might want to see some exclusive content, mate. It's right there, right there. Just, contribute to the grift.